Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, October 18th. Tomorrow, October 19th. Still remember the day the market crashed. It was an interesting day, but that's not why we're here. That's the past. Let's focus on the present and the future. But we learned from the past, and we study charts, and we're going to do that today. One of the things I love to do is I love to look at the big ETFs, the major ETFs, what are they saying, and then look at the max list. And we're going to do that in this video. So we're taking it from the top. Spiders, gapped up, closed up today, slight pickup in volume, trending up the 8-day, all systems are go. SSO, which is the leveraged, spider, like the leveraged ETF for the S&P 500, looks fine. Qs, gapped up, closed down a little bit versus the open, but still grinding up the 8-day. We don't pick tops, by the way. A lot of people, oh, this is it. This is the top. No, we don't do that. We don't get wrapped up in forecasting. We get wrapped up in what is. That's what it is. It's trending up the 8. Will it eventually drop? Yeah. When? I don't know. It'll tell us. All we got to do is watch price and volume, especially price. QLD, gapped up, closed down versus the open, but it's still trending up. Higher highs, higher lows. You just get in line with what it is. IWM is lagging right here. It's just kind of going sideways. Not the end of the world. Went up today on a slight pickup in volume. That's good. TNA, similar as IWM, been falling, just going sideways. It was leading the charge, but it's okay. Now we're going to look at the max list, okay? Max list. These are the big institutional stocks that mutual funds have to own. Growth mutual funds have to own some of these, or their managers are going to be fired. Can you imagine owning a growth mutual fund and you open the prospectus and they don't own this stock or this stock? You'd say, what's wrong with these guys? They have to own them. By the way, do this sometime. Take the average daily volume of, we'll say, 26 million shares, 27 million shares a day. Take 27 million times $160. Tell me what number you get. You can put a lot of money to work really quick without rocking the boat. That's these institutional darlings. They're the names. They're changing the way the world does things. Apple has been grinding up. It's above the 50-day. It's an inside day. Check this out. It goes up on decent volume. Not really heavy. Goes up on decent volume. Just an inside day. Quiet. One thing that's interesting, though, is you always look at price and volume. Look at how this thing fell on heavy volume. Came back up on much less volume. We'll have to watch it and see. We got earnings eventually coming, but that's just where it's at. Amazon. Now this is interesting. Amazon gaps up, runs up, and reverses and closes near its lows for the day on a pickup in volume. It's not heavy volume. This is crummy price action. What's the saving grace? It's above or it's right at the rising 8 EMA. So that's good. But we'll have to watch this. I have an investing maxim. I always sell some into strength. Not all of it, but some of it. By selling some up in this area here, it avoids the pain of this, where you round trip it. So just always remember that. Take a little bit off into strength. It makes life less stressful. We'll see what happens. That's Amazon. Avgo. This is choppy. It got an IBD ride up here going across 258. Everything looks Jim Dandy. This is sloppy. Very sloppy. Got to leave it alone. Alibaba fell down yesterday on heavy volume. But look what it did today. It gaps up and closes near its highs on a pickup in volume off the 20-day. This is a daily chart. Here's the hourly chart. See those tops going across there? We're going to lower it. Right there's my limit alert. Here's the 30-minute chart. Look at that channel going across those tops. I'll even draw it for you. There you go. Those are the tops. Can it push through there? We'll have to see. But here's the daily chart again. Nice lift. Lift off the 20-day, pushes through the 8-day on a pickup in volume. Be aware, though, we're in earnings season. Know those earnings dates. Baidu, grinding on up, lifted off the 8-day right here. It was on the key list. On missionwinners.com, every night, 4 nights a week, I send out the key list. It's the stocks that we key on. This was on the key list, and it lifted off right here at around $2.50 a share. Here it is at $2.68. Not bad. You know, grinding on up the 8-day. These are all MAXLIST stocks. The next one, Facebook. Facebook lifted across these tops. Volume was okay. Today's just a quiet day. Nothing bad. It's above this line. As long as it stays above that line, we'll see what happens. Looks fine. Google. We picked up Google right here at 961, and it's walking up the 8-day. We sold some into strength, but as I said, walking up the 8-day, we let it work. Decent price volume relationships. It's like, oh boy, this is the top. I don't know that. Nobody knows the future. It acts okay. One of these days it'll drop, but I don't know when. We just ride trends. And again, this was right in here, average cost 961, and this is where we picked it up. Excuse me, I'm sorry, average cost. That's where it's pointing. Pick it up right in here. Why? Taking across these tops. It was going across the tops. We bought some. Look at the volume that day. Above the 50-day. So we'll see what happens. Google. Netflix. We bought it right here. Entry. It's on the key list. Went on up. Did this. Put a reversal day in yesterday. When it gaps up and reverses down like this, I sell some. I always sell some into strength. Why? I'm going to share something with you. They eliminated the uptick rule in 2008. I have seen way too many stocks go up and then zigzag right back down very quickly. I take a little bit off. I don't sell it all. You can say, Pat, why wouldn't you sell all of it? Here's why. It's still above the break. It's a little bit below the 8. We'll see what it does. Tesla lifted through right here. All right, runs up, closes right about the pivot, slight pickup in volume. We bought this. We'll have to see if it lifts. Don't know if it will or not. These are the MAXLIST stocks. Goldman Sachs. This was one wicked ugly day right here. Wicked ugly. You're wicked bad. Okay, I'm sorry. Gaps up, reverses, and closes down. Today it moves up on good volume. Little loose though. This is a little loose right in here, so we'll have to see what happens. Let the dust settle. Priceline. I love Priceline. The charts, but I got to tell you, I hate the spread that this stock trades with. It's a bummer. I wish they'd split 10 for 1 or 5 for 1, become more liquid, but they don't. By the way, you know, we talk about earnings. See that day right there? See that gap down? You know what that was? That was earnings. Always know the earnings. We are in the thick of earnings season. It's just trending up the 8-day. There's no real clean entry right here, but it's on the MAXLIST, and I got to show you. Twitter lifted off the 8-day and the 20-day right here. I tell people, look for stocks that pull back to the rising 8 and or the rising 20. Twitter, let's back up in time. We'll go back in time. Twitter goes up on good volume and then pulls back on less volume. Comes down to the 8, has a quiet inside day right here. Somebody could say, gosh, if it takes out a 1778, maybe that would be a good thing to do. They voted. Look at the volume. They bought it. Goes higher the next day. You sell a little bit into strength. Starts to fall, you take a little bit more off. It's on the 8-day right now. Falls a little bit more today. That's where it's at. It's not huge, but that's how you do it. Visa grinding on up. Just grinding on up the 8-day. No real pattern there right now. It could bounce off the 8-day. MasterCard, similar pattern. And then finally Caterpillar. Just walking on up the line. Walking on up the line. Anyway, I wanted to just do a video recap on some of the MAXLIST stocks just to show you just things that we're looking for. I'm going to do one more thing here. I'm going to run through a couple of stocks that were on the key list. Down and dirty. Why? Picked up right here. Walking up the line. Has this stock closed below the 8-day since it was bought? Look at the volume that day, by the way. Going across these tops right here. This stock has not closed below the 8-day yet. So we can't sell all of it. You sell some into strength, but you got a lot of work. We're in it. ACLS. Picked up right here. Does this. By the way, I made a note on this. Hanging in here above the 8. I like the volume surge on this price bar. Just hanging above the 8. You can't sell it. Can you sell some into strength? Always. But it's hanging in fine. You've got to let some work. Solar Edge. Bought it right here on the key list. Goes up. Goes sideways. This is really cool. I'm going to show you something neat. I don't know if you know this, but I get excited about this. Stock goes up, it goes sideways. It's basing on the 8-day, just going sideways. Oh, look at that. Oh, it came close. Look at that. The high this day was 29.80. The high this day was 29.80. 29.80, 29.80. Gosh, I think that's the same number. Slight pickup in volume. Maybe if it lifts off there, it would be good. Boom, it does on a pickup in volume. There you go. Solar Edge. This was on the key list. We're in it. We'll see what it does. Alarm.com Holdings. Lifted through here. Had a little bit of a spin out. Some people took it all off, and that's fine. I was one that did because it lost the 8-day, and I was too close to my price. But it's just walking up the 8-day. Alarm.com. ESNT. Key list. Look at this break right here. They voted that day right there. Bought this. We're in it. Members are in it. Walking up the 8-day. Is it going to stop sometime? Yeah. But here's something else we do, and I tell people this in the Mission Winner site room. Take a little bit into strength. Sell some. Somebody says, boy, take it all. Why? Don't do that. Sell some, but don't sell all of it, because maybe it's going to go to 50. I don't know the future, but I do know this. If I sell all of it, I've limited my profits. I don't want to limit my profits. Let it work. We'll see what it does. Square. Bought right here on the key list. Moving on up. Hanging on the 8-day. Fell on heavy volume yesterday. So you see that little red mark there? That's my limit alert. If it loses the 8-day, guess what I'll do? I'll sell a little bit more. Entry 29.20. Just grinding on up. That's how it works. Anyway, I just want to run through a few stocks for you, just to give you a heads up on what we focus on with MAXLIST and key list stocks. And again, if you're interested, you can go to missionwinners.com. Every night, the VIP members get the key list sent to them, mailed to them. They don't have to go anywhere. It's sent to them. It's organized by the type of base with chart notes, and it's organized with what price to buy it at. So that's what we do. Anyway, thank you very much. I hope you all have a good night and a safe night. Don't get all emotional with the markets. We'll just play it play by play. Take care and have a good evening.